So this is a video on a note that I'm giving to a younger Sanjay, maybe the age of 15 or 16, at that stage of life. And here's a note to myself, and this with the hindsight. Nothing wrong in the journeys that we all take, but this is something that I'm sharing from my own experience. The first thing that I want to share is don't chase the crowd. And this is what we all do. We think we are told that if everybody is doing this, there must be something right about it, right? And so immediately out of school, I chased and I went into science because everybody was picking up science. And I was told the brightest students go into the science stream. It was only after 1 year that I realized that, this is not for me. My heart was not in it. And I failed for the first time in my career. And the next time was when I chose my career. I took up a safe job because everybody again said, take up a safe job. And that those were the times when you would pick up one job and you would retire from it. Many of my father, for example, worked in one organization for almost the entire life. So, you do that. And that's the safe job kind of an idea. And after 1 month of doing that job, I quit because my heart was not in it. So what the crowd does and what the message is, that's not something that, follow your heart, not the crowd. And the second thing that I think it's important to know, what I picked up is what I've learned now is life is not a race. The other thing that we are told is life is a race, right? From day one that you get into your school, you're told that you're competing with the rest of the kids and you're supposed to score top grades in the school, and the toppers get the best in life. The rest of them are duffers, not rest of the entire one, but there is a bunch of duffers in the school. And so you have to be either the top, that's where the cream is. And that goes on into the corporate world. You have a bell curve, which is, your one side, and the other side is where the exit door is shown. So this is always there, the topper, and topper in everything, right? It's in life, the toppers, that concept of topper keeps on changing. Somebody having the maximum bank balance, the biggest car, the biggest house, those things, the goalposts will keep on changing. But there's always this kind of a feeling that we are told is that, it's life is a race and you have to constantly keep on running, and we keep on running. I realize that that's literally like a treadmill. It's not even a race, it's a treadmill. The running never stops. You're on a treadmill, you want more, and then you want more, and then you want more, but it never ends. At the end of the treadmill, running for years after years, review after review, and you realize that you're almost at the very same spot because still you're not found that bag of whatever you call that happiness or whatever you're looking for. You think it's somewhere else. Life is actually happening in this moment. Life is not happening at a destination. It is a journey. Every moment is life happening. So life is not a race. Life is not a destination. Life is not a place that you go to and then you are going to say, oh, I have reached there. It's not that. That's something again that you pick up. And the other thing is, never stop dreaming. As kids, you could dream, right? You could dream that you could become an astronaut, you can become XYZ, you can do this. And then, you are told to grow up. You are no longer a kid, and so you have to stop dreaming. This is the other thing that you get, that, now you have to grow up. Don't be like a kid. I would say that, always retain your childlike curiosity in life. The world needs a lot more dreamers who can think out of the box. Otherwise, you're going to follow that crowd. You're going to be in that box. And the moment you have stopped dreaming, that's what you start doing, right? And one of the other important lessons is that you're told is it's not okay to fail. And the failures have taught me some of the best lessons. So, and some of the failures in my school today, I've looked at them, some of my batchmates, and they have done exceptionally well. They fail, and the people fail, right? And it's from failures that you learn. You don't just learn straight away anything that you pick up. So failure is okay, and because of this fear of failure that is put into our head, we don't even want to take any risk in our life. In fact, we don't even get it that life itself is a risk. You're not sure of tomorrow. And then you've got this fear of, what if I do this? So that fear of failure is tremendously ingrained for us right from the school time. It becomes a part of our subconscious mind, and we stop playing to our potential because of this fear. So that is the another thing. Just take it out. And one of the other thing is that you will get is that school will never teach you life skill, and it's very strange and surprising. We learn everything in school, right? There's so many topics that are taught to us, but there is no such concept about life skills that are taught to you. Things about finances, which are very essential, nobody is going to teach you. That power of compounding is a subject in economics, but how does it apply to life? And actually teaching children how to look at assets and how to build the finances. This is never thought. These are life skills. Communications, how do you actually communicate with others? How do you story tell? How do you, because these are powerful things that are going to be useful in any career that you are going to take up, but this is not taught to you. How do you build that collaboration with others? How do you work together? So many things which are life skills are not actually taught to you as a part of your school curriculum. It's not going to come to you. You'll have to pick it up from outside, and it's okay. And when you begin your career, the other important thing that I would say is that it's okay to not know everything. You cannot always say, even if I don't know, I know it. And it's okay to say I don't know. It's okay to, in the beginning of your career, you're not sure about, you're going to pick up X or Y. It's a time of exploration, right? You don't have to just jump into doing something, taking some action just because you're seeing everybody jumping into it. Everybody's following certain path. You jump into it. There will be a phase where you will try out different things, one thing, two things, one different job, one. So from real estate to accounts to selling air curtains to so many things I did in my initial part of my career. Then it was, you keep on exploring, and that exploration is a part of your journey of figuring out, and you will keep on exploring in your life. The exploration doesn't stop. It only stops once you take a loan or a debt or an EMI, which will get you stuck into some kind of a way of life, because now you got stuck to making the payment. So now what has happened is suddenly there is something that has come into it where you have to every month follow something, so that because you have already committed to something. So this biggest thing that happens where people I find to get stuck is when they start taking this debt, because they're seeing everybody doing it, because they think that the bigger house is important, the bigger car is important, these things that I can buy on credit, I need to just get a lot of that. And then they really get stuck into what is called as a rat race. And once you're stuck, you're stuck there. That exploration phase, that experimentation phase, it's all gone, because you cannot do that. You cannot take risks. You're stuck to something. So it's very important. The other thing is advertising. Another important thing that I have message that I would leave youngsters and almost everybody is, advertising is going to tell you you are not okay. The way you are not okay. Have you looked at the models? They're really slim, trim, whatever they have got, and always you're told you are not okay. It's not okay to become bald. It is not okay to have this white. You need to dye your hair. You need to possibly do a hair transplant. Do whatever to have the looks. Advertising will always create that aspiration, but those things are also going to get you stuck. It is going to get you more and more stuck to the rat race, from where you cannot then easily get out. And at every stage in life, you'll find this. There will be advertising that will come in front of you. Me being a marketer, sitting on the other side, I know the fact that, though I say that marketing has a very strong role to play of informing people, but, the other part of it, the other side of the whole thing is that when the advertising tells you you are not okay, and that's not something which you have to guard yourself against. Time and health, another important lesson that I would pick up and would share with the 20-year-old, the 15-year-old myself, is that health and time, the two most important assets that we have in life. If your health goes for a toss, there is nothing that is going to be worthwhile. It neither your career is going to matter, nothing else is going to matter. You'll be just chasing doctors, you'll be chasing hospitals, and we just continue our whole life. We start eating all the junk, all the stress, everything we do wrong, and then we land up with lifestyle disease, and we start taking medicines, and then we are chasing doctors, and we're spending money on that. Other thing is time never comes back, right? The time that you could spend with your children is never going to come back. The time you could spend in the school with your school friends is never going to come back. The time of your college where you really were carefree and you could really enjoy yourself, that's not going to come back. There are times that are not, no time is ever going to come back. This is the most precious asset that you have. And the other thing is that I would say is that you will evolve over time. It is going to happen to you from your own experiences. Like I'm sharing my experiences, there will be different stages of life, and on all those phases, and each phase has its own relevance and purpose. You will evolve with time. The last one that I want to leave you with is, there are many more, but in this particular video, these are the few things that I wanted to share. Simplicity leads to freedom. The more you are chasing stuff, the more you are trying to grab things, the more you're trying to run after things, the more you are accumulating. It's going to get you stuck because you are giving away something, right? To get that commodity, to get that stuff in your life, you're giving away time of your life. It is not coming free. It is not just the money that you're giving. You're trading the time of your life for that. It's getting you more stuck into not having that freedom to do what you want to do. So these are a few things. There are many things that are there which I would want to share, but these are a few things that I wanted to share with all of you all. What do you think, according to you, are the most important things for you, that if you had to share with a younger self, from your hindsight, from your experience, and for the young people who are watching this video, what do you feel? What are your thoughts on this video?